Hello and welcome to Soulbabe Craft and Creations. I am Louise and today is Friday, May the 23rd. So I'll start with quote of the day. And today's quote is, "There is no trust without reason." Now my feeling is that most of the quotes this week are a little bit on the dark side. So I'll leave it at that. Now, as I said, it is Friday, which in my world is Cross Stitch Friday. Now I will continue with the Fizzy Bear card that I have been doing, and that's where I left off on the last video. So I will be going on camera to do the last few stitches of here where his nose is, and then it'll be the back stitching to do. So I will go on camera to do some of that. I won't be doing it all on camera, so I'll probably finish it and then show in next episode it complete and what I've done to finish completing it and turning it into the card, and then may even be showing the start of the next project I'm doing, as I do have a few that are outstanding to be done, so I will probably be doing one of those. And other than that, so with that all being said, I will change my camera angle and I will see you on the other side. And welcome back. Now, I have done a little bit to start it, just to do a couple of patches, because I realised that I forgot to leave a gap there for the two eyes, and there's a couple of little half stitches which aren't easy to do on camera, so I thought, well, I'll quickly do those. Now then, we've just got the rest of the nose here to do in the black, and then the little white bit, and then after that it's then to start doing the back stitching. So let's quickly finish off the last few stitches. Now, I actually haven't got a lot of time to be able to put to this today, because I actually have got several videos that I need to get recorded, because tomorrow I'm out for the day at my grandson's birthday party, and then after party we are supposed to be bringing him back here to stay with us for a week. So I won't have much time, or I won't be able to do any recording while he's here. So that does mean that I need to get as much recording done before tomorrow, before we pick him up. So with that being the case, and I have got about 6 videos to get recorded today. The editing and everything else isn't too much of a problem, but it's the getting the videos done. Now, each of the videos that I've got to do are probably going to be about half an hour long, so that's including about half an hour for me to do this. So I will see how far I can get in the next half hour, and then whatever I don't manage to do, I will do off camera and hopefully show you in the next video, like the next cross stitch video that I do. How are we doing? Yeah, getting there. Do two more rows, which is actually 5 cross stitches left to do. And then do the white. Hopefully I've got enough of this dark grey. Just realised I'm not actually on camera. Let's correct that. Hopefully I've got enough of this dark grey on the needle to not need to re-thread up. Then after I've finished these last few cross stitches, I've got these ones and the white ones to do. I will then go from there to doing all the back stitching. Now I do also have to do with the white. I've got to do 2 French knots in white on where the eyes are, i.e. these 2 crosses there. So now I'm not very good when it comes down to French knots. I either get them too tight and they end up coming back through the fabric, or I'm too loose and end up falling out. So wish me luck that I'm going to get it right this time. Right, I'm not going to sew up, but no, I'm not going to do that end in a minute. But there we go. That is all the dark grey stitching, cross stitching part done. Just got this little bit here of white. So I will pause and come back. Speak to you in a second. Okay, right, I've come back, threaded up my white, and let's see how easily I can just finish these couple of stitches just here. So 5 white stitches, white cross stitching to do. Okay, that's one way. Let's go back the other way. And then this will then complete all the cross stitching part. So all that will be left is the 2 little French knots I've got to do with this white, and then it's all just back stitching. And that I will have to really concentrate on, get it done. And that will be done with the dark grey. Like I say, there is quite a lot of back stitching, so I probably won't do it on camera. Come on, I've just got to get this last one through. There we go. Right, so that now is all the cross stitching done. I just got to try and see if I can do the French knot. Now that is, first one is here. Get in. Just there. Pull it up. Lie the needle down. Make sure we've got enough to wind it round the needle. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that didn't work. Let's try again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How I normally do it. And then keeping hold tightly of that, making sure it's kept right up to the point and really kept tight. Put your thumb on it, continue to pull the needle through. It may try to resist on you, but you got to keep hold of it as tight as possible to get it through, and then go back down more or less where you came up. It's not going to let me go back down. Do not come out of that, please. Thank you. Right, pull it down and pull it tight. Right, I have done that a little bit too loose, so let's undo it. Now I should be able to undo it just by pulling it back, taking it out off the needle, and then trying to very carefully unthread it. You find the loops that it pulled through. Hopefully I can get it undone. It's there. Hopefully that didn't do it. Let's try again. Oh, it's doing it the other way, is it? Okay, right. I'm going to come off camera because I need to have this close up to me. So I'll come back in a second when I have managed to unknot it. Okay, managed to undo that knot, and so I'm now back to where it was, just where I just pulled it out, pulled the thread through. Right, so this time, instead of doing 5 loops around the needle, I'm going to only do 2 because 5 seem to be far too big. So there we go. So we've got 2. Keep it tight, keep it as taut as possible. Hold your thumb on the needle, on the knot, and pull the needle through. Wiggle it to make sure it comes through without coming loose. Wiggling it and wiggling it until I've got the needle through. Then it's then just a case of keeping hold of it as tight as you can until you get to the thing. And that's my usual situation, is the knot ends up in the wrong place. But what I will do is I will just go back through where it's supposed to go through, which is supposed to be the middle of the cross, if I can get it there. There we go. Right, pull it through. Now hopefully, because the middle of the cross is quite a thick amount of fabric there, it's not going to pull it through. So there we go. We have, wish this camera would focus a little bit better, but it doesn't want to. But literally I now have a knot, French knot, there on the top of cross stitch for the eye. Right, I'll try and do it again. Let's see if I can get a bit closer knot to the thing. So come up that corner of the cross, okay, make sure it is close and tight up behind. Use your needle, lay your needle right up against the thread, two loops around the thread, two loops around the needle, hold that knot still as possible while you push the needle or pull the needle through. Now try not to let it go loose, keep it tight, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. That's a little bit better. It's not quite as loose as the other one. And again, back down into the back of the fabric, through the middle of that cross. Come on, go through. Go through. Trying to do it without poking my own finger. There we go. So that's now going through. So you pull it through. The knot's not going to go anywhere. You've completed the knot part. It's now just getting the knot to stay on your surface and not come back through with your needle. So there we go. There we go. So we now got, can't get it to focus. Not very good. What I will do is, when I have finished this, I will use the other camera to show all of the work done. So that is the white now totally complete. There is no more white to do. So again, you can see, as much as possible I've tried not to have too much threading on the back here. So just thread it under some of those little stitches just there to keep it neat, keep it tidy. Pull it through, put it back on yourself, over, skipping over the last one that you come through, and that then locks that thread in place. It's not going to go anywhere. So you got it off as close to the fabric as you can get. There we go. That's that done. All nice, neat and tidy back there. All nice, neat and tidy at the front. So there we go. That's French knots done. Now all that's left is all the dark grey back stitching, and I will probably start right up here, top here, where there's a line coming out up here. Now back stitching is usually done with a single thread rather than a double thread. So here we go. I've got my dark grey. Let's unwind it off my bobbin. There we go. Take one single thread. Now, instead of doubling it up like I have done for all the cross stitch, which is usually done There's 2 threads. I will just thread up one side of the one end of the yarn, one end of the thread. Yarn. Sorry, I'm so used to saying yarn with everything now. Keep forgetting that there are other forms. So here we go. Sorry, you have to excuse the state of my fingers. I am still healing. We're now several weeks down the line since I last used resin. I think it's about 6 weeks now since I last used the resin. It is healing, but it's taking its time, and that's mainly because of only being reintroduced to my medication 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. So it's taking its time to re-heal. Right, okay, so I'm going to start up here, and the first stitch comes up in between 2 stitches in the middle. So here we go. So we first, let's lock thread down there. This is why I always do the back stitching last of all after I've done all the cross stitching, because you've then got all the cross stitch to then utilize to secure your back stitching thread, where it's not going to come undone. And it being that little bit thinner, you need to go through a third time to make sure that it's going to stay in place. You do not want this one coming out. So there we go. Now then, I want to come up here, right in the middle of these 2 cross stitches at the top there. Right in the middle, right in the middle of the row as well. So there we go. Right in the middle, come up, and go back down, right in the middle of that line above. There we go. That's our first of our back stitches. Now it wants us to go across to the next one, come up in the middle of between the dots, the holes of the stitch of the fabric, up there, and we go right down, right in the middle of the cross. Do not tangle, do not tangle. There we go, not tangled, good. Come here. Yes, that's the other problem with not being able to, with the problem with my fingers, is that I actually can't feel anything. So, well, I can, it just feels painful. So me dropping the needle, I can't feel the needle to be able to hold it in place all the time. So there we go, we do that little tiny stitch, and then what we got, go up here, now I want to be in between the 2, not either side of it. There we go. Yeah, go in between and then back down where I came out there. Right, then So we've done that one and that one. So I want to now do this next line, which is from the middle of that one up to the corner of that one. Okay. Middle. Oh, there we go. Up in the middle of the cross. And back down in that corner. There. And then come back up at that corner and go back down that one. There we go. Oop. Stop tangling up. There we go. Next one is from middle of the next stitch. Go. And up to the middle of that stitch. There we go. So done that little bit. Right. From there. There. We go up here. Again. There we go. Come up in that hole. And we go back down there. Then back up that same hole and go down there. Then we come up here in between the last stitch there, right in the middle of that, and back down there. We went down there. So that's the next one. And basically that's what you do. You keep following the directions. So we've done that there. Right, so my next one will come up here. It comes up there. And we go across to there. And then across to there. We keep going up. Now, as I said, I know this is going to take me quite a while. There's lots of little bits of back stitching to do all around. In some of them are so tiny that they're literally half a stitch to do, and then there's got a lot of it around the flowers, so this may take me a little while. And like I say, I actually haven't got time to right now to record it, so I will leave the video at here. So let's put that down, and I will come and hopefully I will finish it to show in my next video. So thank you everyone, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. Love and kindness to everyone. Bye for now, and I will see you all soon. Bye.